All right. Hello. I think we are live. Did it work?
Looks like it did.
Looks like it did. Okay, good. So we are all here. Okay, already 9 people watching. Cool. Thank you so much for being here. Come and say hi so I know who's watching, so we know who's watching, because as you can see, this is a group thing. Again, last time we did it on Hanni's channel, and now it's my turn. So we have Hanni, Lennan, James, and Manuela. All of us are dressed up as a archetype, I believe. Yes, coming from the tarot, from any tarot deck, but most of us did the Thoth deck, I believe. Well, maybe not most of it. We'll see. But just so you know, I am wildly unprepared because I had a very stressful week and another stressful week coming. But I'm so happy to be doing this with these, with you guys, with your nice people, and in the chat. It can be fun. People are saying hi. So yeah, everyone, Hanni, Lennan, James, Manuela, take it away. Like, maybe ask what you are, or if people can guess already, we can start with that. Or how you are, how you're doing.
Okay, if I start with my red lobster face. So as you can see, I'm at the cottage, and it's summer in Finland. You know, that doesn't happen often, but I'm getting red, and that's why I have a limited source of, wardrobe, because there's not much here. First, I was thinking on going with the Thoth, but that would basically often mean butt naked. And then I think about my favorite card in the Thoth, because I do have a scythe in the garage. But as some of you might know, that I've had issues with my landlady, so bringing her scythe to the live. I don't want to have police interrupting this, so I went with one card from the Starchild Tarot. So if anybody's seen that,
cool.
I guess at some point.
Yeah.
Do I tell yet, or do we let it open?
Let's see what maybe people can guess. Who has? Is it the Starchild? Did you say?
Yes.
Starchild Tarot. Who has the Starchild Tarot? So people can guess, and we can keep going.
Yeah. I will check on the chat who gets it right.
Yeah, good. And Lennan?
Hi. Okay, so all I really did was my makeup for this archetype card. I did use a Thoth. I will narrow it down for you guys. It is a major arcana. And I'm wearing my red dress, and I'm wearing some blue, green, and yellow eyeshadow with some minimal lipstick. Okay. I've got my hair down. I couldn't wear the mask. And I don't have any things on the wall that would suggest I'm in a flowy, wheat-filled garden. Now, I want your guesses. Now, let's go.
Cool. And you said it's which deck?
The Thoth. It's the Thoth.
Thoth deck. Cool. Okay. Manuela?
Oh, James was late, so he doesn't know either.
Oh, actually, yeah, I don't actually know any of you guys.
James is like, what?
Except Anna's.
Yeah.
Well, I am a court card from the Thoth, and I'm here to bring you a lot of new thoughts and action on the intellectual level. And I'm not so sure that I will always be very moderate in my way of expression. So you might have to stop me if I just get a bit too intense. So pay attention to my headdress. It's exactly as it is pictured in the card. And I have those two very helpful tools that will eventually help me weed on the intellectual level.
I'm seeing some people started guessing, and please specify who you're guessing for, okay? Because Elemental Cartomancy said Empress, LOL. So I don't know who that could be. And then Alan said
That'd
Death.
be for Lennan, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, I would say so. That's a good guess. And Manuela, yeah. Hi, Erin, by the way. Hi, everyone. Yeah, sorry, I'm not just so... my brain, again, is like... so good that I'm not doing this live alone. And yeah, I'm just a very bad host today.
No.
Just so bear with me. Erin is saying Lennan Empress. Nope. Nope. So I hope you all have your Thoth deck ready, by the way, in the people in the chat. I mean, if you really want to, get some points in this game so that you can flip through your deck.
Anna, Erin got me.
Yes. Yes.
Points to Erin.
Yay.
Wow.
Ooh, Manuela, is Meg right?
Manuela is the Prince of Swords. Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Have you
That
ever
is-
paid attention to that fancy headdress of the prince? Is it the crown? Is it the sleeping hat? What is your guess?
Yeah, that's so funny. We were talking about it just before going live. Like, what is he wearing? You need some fashion advice. No. No, I mean, I think I know what it's supposed to be, but it certainly doesn't look like that way.
I love the comment. Thank goodness you're not the queen, or you'd need a dismembered head in one.
Oh my god, I kind of wish
Manuela,
I
they're
went for
like-
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's check on the queen.
Yeah, but there was
Get a
just
baby doll.
But there was just midsummer in Sweden, so that could actually be in Manuela's freezer still.
Mm-hmm.
We do all kinds of funny things on Midsummer. I will not elaborate here, but
Funny things, you said. My god. Okay, so James.
Oh yeah, okay. So I have some gold stuff going on. There's sort of this bright and light look with metallics and things, and you can't see it as much, but I do have a set of wings on. My card is inspired more so, I would say, actually from the Rider-Waite-Smith rendition or depiction of what this card is. It's a major arcana. And I guess my last hint will be that I do happen to have 2 cups on hand, although one has a lid, but
I think people will get this. Is it again like a coffee and a big vodka, by the way?
Always.
Yay! People got it, right?
yes.
Yes.
Everyone's getting it. Erin, Nancy, Carol, everyone, yes. Temperance is correct.
So good. So good.
Did you go, Anna? Did you say your hints?
No, not yet. So I have this. What is this called? Do you know? Like
A robe?
yeah, thank you. A robe. This is a robe with these weird little tassels. How does this work? Yeah. So it's mostly the colors because it's purple and then there's these gold accents. I have a red lipstick, which I think goes with the vibe. And then probably the biggest hi Candy. Probably the biggest hint of all is I have my little pet snake here. Hello, cute. And also I just really need to get drunk.
Cheers, Anna.
Cheers, honey. And Manuela with nice
Cheers.
tea, and I see coffee and again tea probably. Yes. So, does anybody know? Oh yeah, by the way, sorry. I'm the Thoth deck from the Thoth deck, major. Ooh, Scott is saying the devil. No.
Good guess, though.
Yeah. Good guess. I should have said beforehand that it's the Thoth with the colors and stuff, but Kimberly is saying Queen of Wands. No. Maybe my hints are too.
You're being kind of vague.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a very thought specific way of looking at it, I feel like. So it might be harder for anybody who doesn't know the thought that they would like be able to pick it up.
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. I talked, oh, maybe that's too much. I wanted to say I talked a lot about this card in the Tarot-thon. So I kind of want to wait. I don't want to say it.
But we can keep them guessing and start going on with the show otherwise. If it comes, I'll shout. I'll keep on looking in the chat.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay, so that's true, James. It's a very tough way of looking at this card. That's also a hint, right? That this card is different from Rider-Waite-Smith.
So elemental cartomancy said, I went through the deck and I was gonna find a card with a snake, and all the damn cards have a snake.
I know. When I prepared my little snaky friend, that's exactly my thought. I was like, okay, so I can say snake, but it's gonna be a mean hint again because there's even snakes in so many minors as well. But anyway, it's a major.
Maybe you could say what you don't have.
What I don't have.
What you don't have, because you don't have one right now that you could say. Like, that's the only element that you don't have from the card.
We got the answer.
Yeah, we got it, actually.
We got it.
Damn.
So,
but we're still missing Lennan.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's my hints again. I'm wearing a red dress. Got the background colors of this card on my eyes. Okay. I don't have a wheat garden in the background. But maybe my bracelet can give a hint. This, I could be holding something that looks similar to this.
A Thoth
I
major.
don't know. I don't know. And it is from a Thoth deck. So.
No, it's not the Empress.
Everyone says that. Well, she does wear a red dress, doesn't she?
And she's also in this type of garden thing.
Yeah, but I never thought that it's not a wheat garden.
Mm-hmm.
It's, this is like a, for me, this is more of a water type of a garden.
Yeah.
Like watery, there's a water field. Seaweed. Yeah, like seaweed and bubbles. And so there's an emphasis there. It's a major, so there's a big hint. Oh, and I did say that I couldn't wear my mask that this figure wears. So
that's also very tough, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It is very.
Yeah. But we specified, right, that this is gonna be mostly Thoth.
Thoth Tarot
game. Yeah, exactly.
It is a major, Meg.
Everyone's like flipping through the deck at home. What is she?
And that's the whole point. That's the whole point, you know? It's like of all five of us, is like, this is what we're trying to do for people. Like, get more comfortable with the Thoth. Isn't that what most of our channels, when we talk about the Thoth, do? We try to advocate for the deck, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
There it is.
Yes.
Woo!
You are so on a roll.
You really are.
Hermit, great. And exactly, the Hermit. And by the way, because I think we never said it out loud, I am this lady. The Lust card.
And
so
your
there.
Heineken is your cup of abominations.
Yeah, I guess. And it is me at the same time, right? I will be an abomination today.
And
This
we
is how
couldn't
I
be
get
on
up.
YouTube if you would be naked, so hence the robe.
Rawr. Awesome. Okay, so I guess everybody guessed who we are, and now we have our game, right? So we did this game a long time ago in one of our private chats, where we just have a lot of fun. And this is basically the same thing, right? Except that we do it live, and then we have people in the chat as well. So this is great. It's a great vibe always, and it always puts me in a good mood. So the game is someone each and everyone takes a turn to describe a card in the Thoth deck. Can be any card, and try to be a little bit, yeah, try to make it a fun guess, and then everyone else will try to find the card. Once you think you have the card, you do this, or you show just the back of the card or something, and then we can see who was the first one to guess, and then if they guessed right, and if they did, then, well, I don't know if we should keep points, but what do you think? Should we keep points?
Manuela can do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I take notes.
Honey.
She's the secretary always. We pay her well.
Yes, I will do my duty.
Oh, well, you are awesome. So I will gladly let you do that, because then it will be done correctly, at least. Because if I try to do that, like, no, not today.
But I'm pretty sure that she will cheat.
You think?
Yeah,
No.
she has this mischievous side to her. Once you get to know her, she ain't all that nice and kind.
No, I'm not. I have that secret factor for each one of us. So, yes.
That's true. But I mean, you are the Prince of Swords today, so are you gonna be, super honest, or super organized, or super bringing chaos?
Oh, I'll pretend that I'll do my best, but then I have my hidden agenda right under the surface. So
Cool.
you'll have to assess later and negotiate my wage rise, or if you want to kick me.
All right. So, and obviously that's the game. If the first guess is wrong, then we keep going, see the second one, and so forth. And of course, everyone in the chat also, go through your deck, and type in your guess. So, who would like to start by describing a card? Hanni?
Yes.
Awesome.
I can start and kind of talk a little bit about the background of the game, because we kind of invented it with the hubby, because I gave him the Thoth deck and I asked him to describe the cards to me, because I wanted to test my knowledge on how good I know the images. And it was fun, because when he was explaining the cards, he didn't know what he was talking about and who anybody was. So it was like giving the Thoth card to a child, and then he would tell what he was seeing. And then I had to guess. So that's when I realized it was a fun game. So, but do we take a major or a minor, or just whole deck? Do we start easy with the majors? I don't know.
What do you guys think? I'm thinking the whole deck, but
Okay.
Yeah, dive right in.
yeah, why not? It was really difficult, right? Some cards we had to go like 3 rounds, everyone. Just didn't
Yeah, and I'm bad at like coming up with clues, because then I would like give it away. Jeez.
Wait, Meg is saying you should let us describe the cards then.
We can try that one.
Whoa, maybe. Okay, so Hanni is going to start describing a card.
Yeah, I think that somebody was very successful in a sporting event or something.
Sporting event.
That's all you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So wait, are you going the route of explaining kind of the meaning or what you can see?
No, what I see. I'm a simple blonde girl from Finland. I'm looking at a picture.
Okay.
Is there a lot of blue in the card?
Yeah, I think it might have been a swimming competition. Not sure, but sure looks like it.
Yeah, okay.
2 wings as well?
I have a guess.
Okay, I don't see any wings. Probably. It's kind of dark. No, they were successful. They weren't flying anywhere. So Anna, show it to me.
Okay, this is just my first guess because I came across it.
No.
It's not? This totally looks like a weird tennis racket.
Like success to me while in a swimming competition, but no, that looked like they drowned.
Oh, someone in the chat maybe got it.
The Hanged Man.
Yeah.
No.
No? Because those two cards are like water. So.
No, we're talking. I think they have been successful because, they won a lot of prizes.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a guess.
I want me trophies. What do you say, James?
The Chariot?
No. I have more trophies. I'm better than you, James. Okay, Anna.
Am I allowed another guess? I don't
Yes.
know. Do we have like strict rules?
We can make the rules. Okay, at the same time, Anna and Lennan, because you're two.
Okay.
Let's take a duel. No.
Ah!
No. Okay.
No? I would thought one of us would be so right.
Because they got the first prize. It's golden. It's golden one. Yeah.
Okay, I can show you the card that I picked first, but unluckily there are wings, so I'm
not sure if there are wings. I'm not seeing wings. Maybe you are.
The Knight of Cups definitely looks like he won a swimming competition, but
yeah, he could. But I have more trophies than he does.
You have more trophies. Bad luck.
Yeah, and they are like, well, I think I'm washing them also. Maybe the ones on the top got dirty.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
Or no, they are pouring the champagne to my trophies like the Formula 1 drivers. Yes, and then they're gonna drink it from that.
We got a few guesses. Magus, Prince of Cups. No.
Okay, may I come in with another guess?
Come. Shoot.
Okay, I've got the 6 of Cups here. It looks like a champagne pourer.
It's kind of close, but these are like, I want me trophies like this. Made out of gold and...
Oh, I think I got it. But I already did 2 guesses, so I'll just...
James, you have a card.
Oh, 4 of Cups.
Yes.
Yes.
You got it too, Lennan.
Yeah, but I think we should have the rule of 2 guesses and then we let the rest.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was like, go through the whole deck. So, this is so good. And I love the way that you described it because these are the kind of things that you can only... usually you can just find when you flip through your deck, right? Like, the top cups are being washed, right?
Yeah, and because when you look at all the cups in the deck, those are the only ones that look like, real trophies to me. Well, kind of like in the 8 of Cups, but they look like sad cups.
Yeah, that's where the tarot knowledge bias comes in and doesn't help because I always see the 9 of Cups as the trophy cabinet.
Yeah.
You said champagne, so I was thinking debauch and like the idea of like the alcohol. And then I was like, those are not good trophies. Like that, it could not be that.
Wow, cool. So James got a point.
Yes, it is not already.
It could work too, kind of like other types of games that since James won, he gets to go next.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be cool. Okay. I did have one ready. Okay. Oh wait, I almost held it up. So I guess I'll start by saying that there's a big element of duality in this card. It feels like it's nighttime, and there's a lot of energy going on. I would say it's a high energy card if I had to categorize it. Darker tones. It almost feels like I'm watching the solar system from afar.
Maybe. You said duality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a maybe, but
No, I have a
I
maybe.
have a shitty maybe.
So there are maybe some things that are descending in the card as well, that are coming from above and making their way down.
is this
You have it, Anna?
maybe? Well, it's my guess, but there are definitely things coming down.
Ooh, I like it, but no, that's not it.
No. Ooh. Okay. Got my guess.
Okay.
Lennan? Ooh, no, not that one.
See, I
Here,
see
I have to
the
give some
universe.
more hints. All right, let's
Okay.
see. There is a big emphasis on the lunar aspect, I would say, in this card.
The moon again. No.
That's why I was like, oh, I could definitely see why you picked that one. And I can see with Lennon's why she picked that, with like the descending, how the magician would bring something down.
The solar system, you know, kind of.
So, anyone in the chat? Are you flipping through your decks?
Okay, it looks like night, but also the solar system.
There's a decent amount of red that's contrasting the darker colors.
Okay.
Oh. Meg
check
is
the chat.
saying more clues, please.
Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it give better clues. Let's see. It's a little bit of a sharp card. I would say it's an active card. So if we're thinking about suit correspondence, active versus passive or receptive.
Can I take another guess, or should we wait until everyone else guesses?
I think you could go.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you got it.
Yay!
Yay! Point for Lennon. Awesome.
Go Lennan!
Love it.
Okay.
It's so hard to do the pips, right?
Yeah.
The
It
solar
is, but
system. I
now
know.
that I'm thinking about the clues and how it kind of looks like night, but you can see the solar system because you can see the sun and the moon, the duality, the shield behind this one wand, like it just makes sense. That's so cool. And usually I'm so bad at this game.
Yeah, Nevern said the star. That was also
Ooh, that would have been a good one.
possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We were all kind of in the same area, you could say.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's guesses definitely played off of what was actually the clues.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get the lunar energy from?
Oh, like the moon on the bottom, and it kind of looks like there's to me, moons are like the heads of all the arrows, are like little crescent moons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. I see it as well.
Hi, Eddie. Welcome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You have a Thoth deck to join in on the game, so you can take some guesses.
Yeah, it is easier with the deck being in order.
Yeah.
Like I've got it in piles in order, and it does make it a little easier, you know?
Mm.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I had one. Okay, so this person looks like they're in color guard, if you know what that is, like the fan twirler. Like they maybe work in a fabric store because that's all they do is flip their fabric everywhere. They really like their fabric to have monochromatic palettes, maybe some basic patterns on there, not very bold. When they pick their fabric out for what they're going to make, but maybe they just like flipping their fabric around. So there's some twirl. They tend to like the watery elements. Okay, go ahead before I say anything else. Go ahead, Anna.
Oh no, now I'm wrong.
Why?
Because I went too fast. I got this one, but now I'm thinking it's actually another one.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I think I know.
Okay. So they maybe like, okay, go ahead, James.
Oh, sorry.
Yes!
Yes! Oh my god.
You got it. Give that
so
one to Hanni. She
Yes,
had it up
Hanni
too.
got it too.
Yay!
So Manuela, is that a half point? Because we had it at the same time, or how is it?
No, you both get full points.
Yes.
Yay. Hanni should go next.
It's
Oh.
it's such
yeah,
a
you
good clue
did.
once you go with the elements. Like, oh, there's a lot of water. It's like, oh, fuck, that's not this
Right.
one.
Right.
Who gets to go now?
Honey.
James was being a gentleman, so I see a snake. Big surprise with the Thoth
Oh, here
deck.
we go.
Chris is like, every card has a snake.
Yes, I'm keeping it simple,
Okay.
but I think this snake might be kind of like a Japanese snake or something. An Eastern snake. Definitely not a Finnish snake.
Is she watched very eagerly?
What?
Is the snake being watched very eagerly?
Watched?
Yes, watched.
No,
No.
no. It's just doing its thing. Nobody watching.
Nobody watching.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Or you
okay.
go, Anna.
I just don't want to be the first one to guess all the time, but
Go ahead.
I make mistakes. But
You need
anyway,
What did you have, James?
Oh, I had. You
Yeah.
got it, Anna.
well, it finally paid off. No.
It was
Awesome.
the yin and yangs there. Why it's not a
Right.
Finnish snake.
Now I get the Easter. That was a good clue. I
That
wasn't even thinking of that.
Yeah. Because I was like, what's the difference between a Japanese snake and a Finnish snake?
The way they do this.
The other one drinks sake.
Ah, right. Got it. Okay.
So it's Anna's turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Oh,
about to get weird.
okay, wait. I don't want to make this silly, but no, I can't do that. Want me to tell you what I wanted to do?
Yes. Do what you want. It's your show.
yeah, but it's like it's too easy probably, but it's just funny because last night I couldn't really sleep, and I thought of this game that we were doing now, and I thought, ooh, what if I just take this card and just say one word and stick to that one word and see if they get it? So the word is lilac.
Okay. Okay.
Bye, Meg. Bye, Nancy. Okay, Hanni has got a card.
I'm waiting for the others. If we need to guess this by one word. Hopefully one of us gets it.
I think so.
Is it a lilac lion?
What?
a Leo or a lilac Leo.
Oh, I'm not gonna give you more clues. It's just one word.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe.
How many cards are we allowed to show at the same time?
Yes.
No.
We all flip at the same time.
Okay, should I really give another clue?
No, let's see if we get
try
it.
this.
Okay, because I don't know. This was like a 4 a.m. Brain thing, but okay. So we got some guesses in the chat, but what did you get, honey?
We all do it at the same time.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, go.
We all did different cards.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought this was gonna be like silly easy, you know, but just like a funny thing. Should I show it?
No.
None of us got it.
None of
No.
us. Wait, let's try again. Let's try again.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
okay. Let's do another clue.
Yeah.
Wait, one more word. One more word.
Yeah.
The other clue is okay. The other clue is like weird animal bird head.
Oh Lord.
Oh, bird head.
Oh,
What
God.
could that?
Oh
be?
wait, two weird animal bird heads.
What the fuck?
Really? What are you talking about?
I'm so sorry. I thought it was gonna be fun.
It is fun.
It is.
It is, but it's getting weird.
Well, welcome to astralladytarot.
Yeah, true that. Well, I'm gonna go with this one then. Do we have our second guesses, guys?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I've got kind of like two guesses, but it's okay.
On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
James and Manuela got it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I for a second there I went like, oh no, what if this is a pure greeny thing and it's actually another color? It's actually pink or something. But
No,
it's lilac, right?
yeah.
It is. It is.
Wait, I was
But
thinking
have
about the flower, not the color.
Manuela, you have another deck. You don't have a greenie, so show us yours. How the color looks.
Who doesn't have one?
You right? No,
I don't have a green.
Manuela.
No, it's
I have
lilac. It's purple.
ones.
It's
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah, it's really.
Oh, it's a little bit more saturated in that one. Yeah, you could see it's like a deeper hue.
Nice. Oh, all of those different colorations.
I really like yours, honey. I love the coloration in that one.
Show us again.
This one's more muted.
You have like the 80s deck, right, Lennan?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love how they're all different.
Yeah.
I love the fires in these.
Nice.
Mm.
So, don't you agree? We can look at the wands in this deck and the swords as much as we like, but it's just with these types of games or like, you know, zooming in that we even notice like the two weird bird heads. I even forgot what it's supposed to be, but you know, yeah, otherwise it's just 6 wands. Oh yeah, with the Thelema or Thelema wands that they used and actually had made. But it's like, you know, what is that? So that's fun. So Manuela and James got the points.
Yeah. Manuela has to go.
And
Yeah, Manuela has to
Neville.
go.
Okay, then I go with the card and describe it with one word only as well. And to me, it seems to be like so obvious. So I believe you will guess it immediately, but we'll see. So my word for you is slimy.
We're all like looking for the card. Oh, where's the card? Damn it.
If we all have different cards, I'm just gonna
Okay, 3, 2, 1 turn. Yay!
Yay!
This is good old ectoplasm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manuela,
Yay.
do you know how I would have described this one?
No, how would you have?
I would have said there's a lot of girls with icky dresses.
Oh,
What?
I see them as girls.
Oh,
They have
that's
eyes in
interesting.
their hair. They're like fairy girls with hairs like this. And
I
they
see
have
it.
like eyes and nose. Can you see?
yeah.
You
No.
See,
I never
think
thought about it like that.
when I look at this card, it looks like such pretty lilies, like lily flowers, and they're squirting out this like goo, and it's like, how does this pretty flower squirt this goo out? Like,
Yeah, they're like vomiting or something.
yeah, like these particular flowers are really pretty when they're fully open, and they smell. The smell of them are so potent. So, but I never noticed the eyes in the little mouth. They look like they're wearing sheets, like they're little ghost fairies.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're talking about, honey? Like they
Yeah.
have eyes, and I guess they could be like little fae.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John is saying, great game, enjoying it so much. So happy. I see that La Audiolibri got the 7 of Cups, and then Nevern also got the 6 of Wands. So you're on a roll as well in the chat. That's cool.
Yay!
Yay. Who is up?
No one. We all got the card that she said slimy with.
Oh yeah.
Is it time since James did one or Anna or I don't know. I lost the
James.
count.
James has guessed 4 cards already. Hanni 2, Anna 2, Lennan 2. Who started? Hanni started. So Hanni can give it a go.
Now I'll give it now to James.
Are you sure?
I'm done 2 already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my hint for this, okay, this one is, I guess, I don't know how tricky it'll be. I'm going to tell you 3 things that are present in the card, and then we'll see. So there is a butterfly, a pentagram, and a heart in this card.
A pentagram.
A heart?
An inverted, I'll say it's inverted.
Is there a pentagram on here?
Ooh, honey. No.
I was looking for the pentagram on there.
Here's a butterfly. And no, then I know.
I can see it though, because that one little loop by his
Yeah.
chest area kind of looks like a heart.
Yeah.
It looks like a heart. But there's no fucking butterfly.
said-
Oh, where's the card I'm looking for?
Wait, you said a heart and what?
A heart, an inverted pentagram, and a butterfly.
I always have cards in front of me that I'm like, oh, it must be this
If
one. But
anybody gets it.
then it misses the 2 out of the
This
3.
is a trickier one, I think,
Good.
because it's not
Where?
super obvious in the card.
Butterfly.
But once you see it, it's like they take up the whole card. Once you really start to see it.
Oh.
Instagram.
Okay, so Meg is saying 5 of Cups. Maybe Nevern is saying 7 of Cups. Trent is saying 4 of Discs. Hi, Trent.
We have some interesting guesses in the chat. I don't want to say if they're right or wrong yet, but
Wait, say it again.
okay. A heart, an inverted pentagram, and a butterfly. And I will say that there is a good deal of orange in the card. Hanni. Yes. Yes, you got it. And somebody, I think it was Meg in the chat, also got it.
Where
Wow.
the hell? Wait, where the hell is
Wait.
the butterfly in this freaking card?
So at the top you get a heart, in the middle you get an inverted pentagram, and the loops form what looks like a butterfly at the bottom.
Oh, I totally see it.
Oh.
This is so good. Did you prepare
Oh,
this
the
one?
lily. So the lilies are the hearts. The lily pads are the hearts.
Kind of like the
shape.
way the vines,
Yeah.
they form the heart. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. I'm going to be looking at this card different. I'm going to be trying to do something with the butterfly thing at the bottom here. Now that you said that.
And people in the chat, if somebody is guessing, right all the time, let us know if you're on a roll, even though you might not be guessing here. But if you knew everything, let us know.
Yeah. Oh, this was awesome.
So who won that one?
Hanni.
Oh.
But also Manuela.
Oh yeah.
You want to go anyway?
No, you can go for change.
Okay.
I'm drinking.
I'm winning too much.
Okay.
It's all about the points, Anna. I need them points.
Yeah.
I want the trophy.
This is a very Jamesy card with a lot of wings on it.
What in the hell?
Hanni has a guess.
Yes? There was? Yes! You got it!
Wow. So
I love
good.
that.
See,
That was
Anna,
good, Hanni.
it's all about the points. No, it was staring at me. It was because I have them stacked like the aces on top. So it was
Yeah.
staring at me. And James is such a grounding element for me. So if you would be my, what you call those? Elementals. You would be a grounding thingy.
I love
You would
it.
live on the top shelf with Thoth there. And then when I need grounding, I would always hold you. Yeah. So I can see that.
I like
James
that. I can see all the elements in you guys too. I like in my head I think of you guys a little bit like elements. Like Lennan's definitely fire. I kind of put I put Manuela with air and Anna with water. And then I put you with earth, Hanni, but more of like that kind of like fire earth combo, I guess. Although you're a Scorpio, there's like too much like power behind it for it to feel like super watery, I guess, like all at once.
She's like the fire trail that's after a motorcycle.
Yes.
That's what I see.
And like Manuela's air would be like a watery air, like if that makes sense.
Oh, like yeah, I can see you like as a mist, like as a fog.
The more I get to know Manuela, the more I see Mercury in her. I see a lot of trickster in you, but in a good way, in a really good way.
Yeah.
It has been my biggest surprise with you.
Yeah, I'm very fond of Mercury, and I actually really like Mercury retrogrades. It feels like I get a bit more calm when Mercury goes retrograde. Gemini moons, they're naturally nervous, so I need to have Mercury disappear from time to time, I guess.
Yeah.
It's good it works for you. For me, it just brings police. Almost.
So what about Lennan and James? Are you also into the following when Mercury goes into retrograde and all that stuff? Or
Yes, definitely
Yeah.
yes. I feel
So
like
what
I
does it
definitely
do
feel
for
like
you?
I feel it. Ooh. For me, it just makes my life kind of funky, I feel like, because I guess I think of it like chart ruler. So my rising's Gemini, so Mercury rules my chart technically. So I don't know. And I feel like my Mercury's in a weird spot. So it always just kind of makes, I usually get sick during Mercury retrograde at least once, I feel like. Yeah, usually with the throat too. It's usually like I either can't talk or it hurts.
And I think it's so interesting, James, that you've been really, stepping up your game with the astrology studies. So
Yeah,
good.
we have to
I'm so
compare because I know
excited.
you're like a Hellenistic astrology queen, and I don't know that much about
No, I'm
Hellenistic
not.
astrology.
I'm trying to learn it, but I'm too fucking busy collecting herbs and enjoying the nature that I haven't been reading much.
You're a green witch now. Your life is dedicated to the plants and the nature.
I gotta show you guys. Don't vomit, because I'm gonna move. All the herbs are there. They'll be everywhere.
Oh wow!
And I
It's all
collected more.
drying.
I collected more this morning when I go out for a run in the morning, I look up for the spots where I have a lot of, you know, the same plant growing. So then I go back with a car or walk with a basket, because I can't be running with shit tons of herbs in my arms. So then I go back and collect them, because I don't want to be taking all of them, just a small piece of this and small piece of that. So, but I'll get back to the astrology when it's winter and cold and shitty.
Yeah.
You can just look up to the stars, and you could probably see all the constellations so well where you're at compared to like in the US where we get a lot of light pollution.
Yes, and now we don't see the stars at all because it doesn't get dark. So
Wow.
barely even. I didn't even see the full moon, the last full moon. Nothing.
Oh
It
wow,
was too bright.
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful full moon. It was yellow over here.
Did you see it, Manuela? You're my neighbor.
Well, it still gets dark here where I live. I'm somewhat 100 kilometers south of you. Actually, we can see the constellations quite well, in particular if we go to the forest, which is close by. Yeah, we probably need a small hilltop because the forest usually is quite thick, but yeah.
Do you guys have that app where you can like hold your phone up and it knows where the constellations are, and it will like, and it like pinpoints them and it connects them for you, and like you can scan across the sky and it will pick them up, like your camera is picking it up and it knows where they're supposed to be.
I love it. I love that app.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it is so
God.
cool.
How do you know about that, Lennan? You're almost as old as me. I thought it's only for the youngsters.
Well, I have.
Excuse me, I'm the
telescopes
same
and
age as
stuff.
Lennon.
I have telescopes, so I love looking at the sky and taking pictures. Like I have a telescope that I can hook my phone to, and it takes pictures. So I like looking at the app so that I can figure out what I need to be looking at and when. Plus, the International Space Station flies over my house fairly often, so I like to be able to catch that too. So that's kind of cool.
But
That's so
talking
cool.
about apps, do you know what kind of app I just got?
What?
What?
I take a picture from the flowers, and then it identifies it for me.
Oh my God, I need that app,
That's
whatever
so
the hell
cool.
it is. I need that so bad.
Cool, because you know there's shit tons of flowers, and I don't know. I know the dandelions and few of them, but then I take pictures, and it was so cool. I was so proud of myself.
You can
Aaron
start a
is
grimoire.
saying, what?
Do you have that evil invader as well? The Swedes call it kirskål or kishkål. It grows like really, really super fast. You can weed it one day, and 2 days after, it's already back with those white flowers. But
Aaron, sorry.
Yeah. So wait.
in Finland.
One thing at a time, because Manuela is asking, is that a flower that you're talking about, Manuela?
Yeah, I was trying to ask Hanni if she had that super invasive species in her garden as well.
What species?
Well, in Swedish it's called kishkål, and it grows like it grows evilly. And I had two bad nights last week where I lay awake thinking of that weed and getting like panic. I got panicky because I felt like I couldn't cope with the garden anymore. It was just growing insanely, and it was like troubling me. They leave late at night. But yeah, we can change.
I can borrow you my Skype so you can.
Exactly. Just get rid of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. James was noticing that Aaron says, yes, the Star Chart app, which is the app that James started talking about.
I'm gonna be getting that.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like fun. Used it last night to look at Jupiter. It was a good app for the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. And then Aaron is saying, I have a bird song identifying app too. What? No way.
I need all of these apps.
There's an app for that.
Cool.
I kind of hate apps though, but it's
Does it
just
look
too
like-
much.
Aaron, is it that one?
Probably. She says the same name. But
think so.
A blue logo.
it's just like too many apps. It's just like too many group chats. I mean, I like ours, but on WhatsApp, I don't even know. Do you have WhatsApp? It's like, yeah, with every well, it's probably because I have too many jobs also. The star chart, yeah, she's saying it's the same.
Thank you.
Manuela,
Got it.
that plant that you're talking about, is it mint? I feel like mint is one that would like go wild.
No, it's something else.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what it's called. Like
You have to take a picture.
Yeah, because our invasive plant in the U.S., well, in the South, is a plant called kudzu, and it's just like a vine, and it was like it can suffocate shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about, James?
Yeah, wraps around trees and then kills them over like a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so horrible.
Do you get Spanish moss down by you, Lennan?
In South Georgia, yes.
South Georgia.
Coincidentally enough, or ironically, whatever you want to, it's not a moss. It's an air
Really?
plant. Yeah, it's an air plant. It just grows on trees. So
That's crazy.
I know, right? I love Spanish moss. I collected some when I went to St. Augustine. I'm gonna put it in a vase and just like let the air do its thing, and we'll see what it does.
So
That's
cool.
a nice idea. So, Hanni, did you see the question by Meg? What's the plant app?
No, I didn't. I'm really bad with the chat. The plant app is, I don't know. It's called PlantNet, and the names are it's like together. I'm trying to show again. At least that's what I found. It's there, the green one now next to my new astrology app there.
Cool.
The white with the green.
And cool
thingy.
background also.
Yeah.
Well,
How can you see the background?
I saw this ancient Egyptian foot and just figured it would be cool.
Look what just came from Egypt.
Wow.
I love that.
You
That's
got
so
it from
pretty.
Egypt?
Yeah, and this one also. I'm not showing you the finger. It's the Isis in this one.
Oh,
Wow.
That's the Ankh. Because I have the Ankh on here at the cottage that I got from Egypt when I was 7. So now I have this teeny tiny one.
so nice. Yeah, those Ankh, I have a pendant, tiny silver pendant. They used to be kind of, I don't know, in just because it's a witchy looking thing. And when I grew up in Holland, at least, it was all about the witchy things because Charmed was on TV and The Craft came out, and we have Buffy and all that. So, that's the reason, I guess, because I was into the witchy things at a young age that I got it, but only later on did I understand what it meant. But that's pretty cool to have something, it's like shopping your own, what you already own.
Yeah.
I have the same with the Tetragrammaton pendant, actually. I bought it, I think when I bought it, I thought it was just a pentagram or pentacle. And then later on, I was like, wait a second, look at all this extra stuff. It's a Tetragrammaton. How cool is that? It has the entire tarot in it, So stuff like that. It's pretty fun. And it's nice to have it as a ring. I like the look of it, Hanni.
Yeah. But it gets stuck. It gets stuck in everything, from this end and this end. So I hope not to break it.
Knock on wood. So, Elemental Cartomancy is saying, I think Japanese knotweed is a really bad one here in the UK. It brings house values down if a house has it.
Wow.
And then John is saying, don't eat the knotweed, Chris. I think it's similar to just those vines here that kind of go through, make holes in walls. And then some people say that the wall becomes less sturdy that way. So it's really detrimental to a house. Then other people are saying that's just crap and you should just leave it. I like the look of it. They have beautiful tall house, all in vines, covered in vines. But yeah. Then Meg is saying, where I am in the US, one invasive plant is garlic mustard. So it kills native plants, but you can just harvest and eat it. Well, that's at least a delicious way of weeding your plants. Like bring a pizza on a picnic and just take the plant, just add a little garnish.
The hard part with plants is when you're not a native English speaker, because all these plants have like 1,000 names, and all the Latin names are so hard that nobody remembers them. And then in English, you might have, several names, and then because I need to learn them in Finnish, in English, and then the Latin names.
Yeah.
It's hard. And when everybody's talking about some plant in English, I don't know what the F they are talking about. And then I have to do a lot of Googling to find it out. Because like here, is dandelion the yellow that goes into white and you blow?
Yeah,
away?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Because here, in if you would translate it straight from Finnish, it would be called butterflower.
Boterbloem. Yeah, we have the same
Yeah, it's
in Dutch.
Yeah, but dandelion, I don't know.
No, wait. No, wait. No, boterbloem is another one. It's also, at least in Dutch, it's also yellow, but it's small and it has round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first one that comes in the spring, like
I
a
think
smaller
so.
with the sturdier.
Yeah, I think so. But the dandelion, literally in Dutch, it's paardenbloem, so it's horse flower.
See,
Yeah, but boterbloem is another one for us.
but
That's
that's
funny.
the major weed in Finland that just takes on everybody's yard and messes up with their lawns. And 'cause the roots in dandelions are, insanely thick and hard.
Yeah. So, guys, we've been on for an hour. Do you want to chat about something else or do the questions? We had some questions. Manuela sent me two. I know that Hanni still has a few. Or something else?
Yes.
We could do the questions. That sounds fun.
Yeah, because it was so much fun last time. By the way, guys, if
But
you're
we
in the
have-
chat,
when Lennan gets back, we have to
Yeah.
see the score for the game.
yeah. Oh, there you are.
I heard y'all.
Okay. So are you up for the questions or?
I didn't have any, but I'm good with switching to asking questions or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
I know, because it seems like we got in the throes of the game, and it was we tend to do that in our chats, don't we? We just kind of like veer off.
Yeah.
These rabbits.
That's what makes it fun.
I saw a beautiful rabbit this morning. I was running on a sandy road between two fields, and then there was this huge rabbit on the road, and it just ran away to the forest. It was so cool.
Aw.
Another rabbit hole. But it was the first rabbit I saw here at the cottage.
Oh.
Maybe it's a sign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what does
didn't
a rabbit
follow it.
mean? What type of messages except for fertility and what else? Spring? I don't know.
Not to get too graphic, but it could mean more sex.
Like right when you said that, I was like, okay, not to get too graphic.
I can't help it. Sometimes my fire is gonna come out,
Yeah.
Lennon, it's the dress.
Yeah, it is the dress, because let's just say I'm glad y'all only seeing red to hear. I can only wear this on top of a bathing suit.
Oh, you are so lucky though, because right now in Holland, I mean, I don't know if you've all seen my Instagram story post, but I just took a screenshot of the weather app, and it's just gray and rain every single day for 7 days straight and probably longer. So this is just almost the beginning of spring, no, spring, summer break. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of summer for us poor Dutchies. So, yeah. I'm not going to be able to get a nice tan or anything.
I guess it's Finland's fault because we normally don't get this much sun, but now we have it.
It's nice, right? To have a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice, but it is nice.
Yeah.
Even though my skin is not really up for it, but
yeah. Okay, so someone's saying have to go. Thank you for this live. It was really fun. See you next time. Have a nice evening. Have a nice evening too. Thank you so much for being here. John is asking any recommendations for astrology apps. We can do that real quick before starting the questions.
Okay.
Oh wait, James already did it. No. Well, look, that's great.
I saw it, and I was like, I'll just type back, and I didn't want to interrupt or like.
No, yeah, you were so right. It's just you are helping me multitask, so that's great. Thanks, James.
I hope that helps, John.
Fun.
Oh, for John, I'm like, I hope that helps.
Yeah, he said thanks. Yay.
James, how many necklaces are you wearing?
I was like, it was an angel look, so I was like, we'll do like layers, and then I was like silver and gold, so like a star. Then this one's kind of like an anchor cross, and then these two are like the same length, and one is like an angel or an angel pendant sort of thing, and then this one is like praying hands.
Oh, God, you're so handsome as this temperance angel, man.
Yeah, totally.
Lennan, you're too pretty to be the hermit, I think.
Oh, come on. The hermit is beautiful, okay?
Yeah,
hey, I already talked about, like, y'all need to go and watch my damn video about which tarot cards I would sleep with. Realize why I like the hermit, all right?
Lennan went with this part of the card.
Yeah, or just zoom out and look at the overall shape of the guy. I mean, he's like one big
phallic symbol.
Mm.
Crowley definitely talks about him in that way and is like saying that little element is supposed to be like the sperm and stuff, or like the Orphic egg is obviously a more, sexual metaphor figuratively.
Yep.
Not to mention the fact that I will always want a 3-headed dog, okay? I have my big black dog, like she's huge. But if she had 3 heads, she would just be so much cuter.
That's a lot of mouths to feed. Hopefully they only have one stomach though.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Shit.
You get like 3 dog bowls right next to each other.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or just a bathtub.
Yes.
See, I just
Lennan, what is your bracelet?
Oh, it's
You're right, it does look like the lantern. You were saying it kind of it's like the lantern in the hermit.
But
it does look like that.
It's the same shape as the lantern in the hermit card. Like, it's got these light shards coming off of this like triangular
thing.
It
is.
And
that is so cool.
I really love it. So, yeah, so I was wearing that because I didn't have a lantern.
Hanni's puppy heard us talking about dogs and got jealous.
I have to mute myself because she's so loud.
Oh.
She likes riding in the car. Okay, are we going to do the questions now?
Yes, I'm trying to find the questions that Manuela sent.
And these are for the decks that we don't have in order, right? Like that we can either pick randomly from consciously or draw for or shuffle for, right? Just like last time. That was fun. That was
people who are looking this one now and haven't seen our first live chat, you can hit to my channel, So Fierce and Pretty, because it's there. And we kind of answer the small questions like the meaning of life and things like that. So if you want to know.
If you want to know the meaning of life, head over to Hanni's channel and check out our last chat. Yeah, thanks, Hanni. I was gonna say it. Maybe I already linked it below, but I'll check it again.
Like a series now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we started it, so who's gonna be next?
Maybe we should have a group name, like the series, like when we all get together, what is it called? Like, what is this group called?
Well, I was gonna just call it Two Cents of Weirdness, but then nobody
I
knows
love
who's
it.
coming, so maybe they'll know now, having done two episodes or whatever. So, do you remember where that came from, by the way? Two Cents of Weirdness?
I thought Manuela came up with that.
I think so too. She's so weird. She just sticked it up.
No, she sent us that video of her dancing, remember? And she was like, here's my 2 cents of weirdness.
Yeah, and then I loved that expression so much that I changed the group name.
It was you who changed it.
Oh,
But
you did it.
Manuela said it. Yeah. And actually,
Oh my God.
I was just being spontaneous and just changing the group name. But then I saw, like, right at the same moment, I think Manuela changed the group name to something, that made sense. And then I was like, oops, sorry, stepping on you.
Oh, no worries. I immediately changed it back because I thought it was a great idea to go with the Sense of Weirdness. So
It's so
But
us.
if I ever change my channel name, Manuela has got a name for my channel also. Rub my fucking cauldron. Thanks, Manuela.
Oh, yes. That is the best. Oh gosh. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm having too much fun talking to you, and then I'm not doing what I'm saying I will do. So
What other decks did you guys? Because I know we said we were going to bring like another deck. Maybe I missed it, but what did everybody else bring? Is it the Star Child? Or
Yeah.
I love it.
I have this, but I haven't really, I've really been wanting to use this, but I always tend to go back to my norms. The Psychic Tarot.
Oh, I like that one.
This one is like so worn.
Do you have the chakra cards in it?
Yes.
You keep them in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Not that I know shit about chakras, really. I mean, I don't really even know what they represent. I keep them in though because they're technically it's like part of the deck. It's like the hexacrystal the unicrystal. What is it? The hexagram. And the top. I keep that card in because I don't know if he actually wanted it to stay in the deck or if it was just like some kind of promotional thing for him. Like his ego was like, this is a card that represents me and it needs to be in the deck. So I don't know if he wanted it to stay in the deck, but I keep it in there. So
And how do you interpret that when it comes up in a reading?
Like a wild card.
Okay.
Like those card games like Uno, and there's a wild card and it could mean anything. It's basically like an intuition card. So it has no tarot connotations on it. Like I don't put like this just obviously means the Two of Cups because I'm thinking about the Two of Cups. It doesn't really mean anything like that. But if it comes up, it depends on the positions, of course. And if it's just like a random pull and it pops out or gets thrown out, then to me that's more of an intuition. Like I need to listen to that more. And like the first thing that pops into my mind when that flops over is what I go with what the meaning is. So that's kind of how I use it.
That's really cool.
cool.
I remember reading somewhere that the two extra cards, the kind of the cover card in the Thoth, like when you get this one, the blank white card where there's the text and then the unicrystal hexagram, it's got something to do with their printing the sheets and 78 leaving extra slots. Not sure if that's the main reason for that, but it's a cool card. And I think it's cool that I have it in several colors also, because in different decks, it comes looking different.
Yeah. So Chris is saying, if I change my channel name, it will be to 7 Riffles Tarot. 7 riffles is the perfect amount of shuffles.
Yay.
And then the Hermit is saying, I never waste a spare card. The 2 extra Magi Thoth decks replace the Unicursal and the OTO Seal cards.
Interesting.
I've always wanted the extra 2 Magus cards.
And I linked to one deck, but you didn't buy it.
Yes, but at the time I didn't have that kind of money in the budget.
I'm keeping my eyes open for you because I have it. I have one of those.
Interesting.
I do love that girl's website that you sent me. She does have like all kinds of good information about all the Thoth editions. I sometimes when I get gung ho, I get on there and just kind of like read her stuff.
You mean the Miss Meridian site?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If anybody else is interested, it's a I think UK-based tarot shop, MRS Median or something. It's vintage decks, quite reasonably priced.
Cool. Aaron is saying, I've been using a blank card with my Marseille deck and interpreting as a kind of literal carte blanche. Wow. Yeah, you know, I used to use like when I got a tarot deck with extra cards, I used to enjoy having all the cards in there until I kind of fell in love extra in a way with this tarot system. And now I'm like, I'll just switch it up from time to time and it will be a fresher deck, you know, like the Triomphe de la Luna, which surprise, surprise is my shuffle deck again. You know, it has 2 tower cards, for instance, and I'm not going to keep 2 tower cards in there. I'm going to keep one. And then when I feel I need to change it up, then I'll use the other one, you know, because I kind of feel like it's fun to have a deck with extra cards for sure. Hermit is saying, I have a Rider-Waite Smith deck with 84 cards. At the same time, I'm thinking, you know, what about the 78 and the system that they are? And it will for sure at the same, okay, so it's fun, but at the same time, it's also messing up the shuffle, you know what I mean? Because there's like 1 or 2 or more extra cards in there. So that's an interesting conversation also to have. What do you feel that those extra cards bring in a reading? I mean, Lennan kind of already said it, you know, like the wild card, which is cool.
Yeah, but if that's just the one card, like, and that's only then that thought in this one particular Thoth deck of the 2 I have, and then like they were saying, the Hermit about the Rider-Waite, the Centennial comes with those extra cards that Pixie drew. I think that's kind of the same thing. I don't keep those in the deck, like those 4 extra, like basically they're art cards. I don't keep those in the deck because those mean something different to me. But I got a feeling when, because I have a trimmed Thoth, this is the one that I don't have the hexagram in, but my trimmed, I have it in there. And I just, for some reason, when I was trimming it and I got to that card, I was like, I had this strong urge to leave it in there as an extra, kind of like this is Crowley's voice.
Yeah,
card.
Totally get that. Yeah.
But then if it comes with extra cards, like extra title cards or extra, I just use those as bookmarks in the books that they come with. So, but I don't really like use them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like that one, that one thing that I use.
Oh, that's so fun.
For me, for example, I can't. I'm too anal and too uptight. I need to have my 78 cards because, like in the Shimmering Veil that I love, still I put there are 2 Fools, but the other one is numbered 22, and this one is the 0. So there's a 0 and a 22, the Golden Fool, but I can't. She also has 2 different versions of the Queen of Wands, but I can't have any extras.
You know what? That deck, Hanni, is so beautiful But when I saw, so I get the two versions of the Queen of Wands, right? Just because
Yeah.
she wanted to make two versions, but I don't think many people will keep two Queens of
No.
Wands
I don't know.
randomly in their deck. But I think
it's an optional choice.
right. But then the two Fools, I was kind of, I don't know the word, but it's kind of like you're splitting up the one archetype into two cards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought
Because
same
the
thing.
Fool 0 is the same as the Fool 22, and I get it, like it's the Golden Fool. He got the journey,
Right.
but then the Fool 0 also got the journey.
Yeah.
It's like exactly. It's like, oh man, you made two Fool cards. I don't, it's like almost frustrating.
Oh.
well, it's like 2 points on a circle.
Yeah.
It's like the beginning and the end all at once. And it's like, instead of this 0 being the end and the beginning, you've kind of torn it like Anna said, in half, and made it to where one's the beginning actually and one's the end actually.
Exactly.
So it splits that archetype right down the middle.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool to think about.
But with the Queen, it was about I think it was one of her relatives that didn't like snakes, so that's why she made the option with the lightning. So that was just an optional. But
more snakes.
Yay.
Exactly. But I can't do extra cards for some reason.
That reminds me of the Orosoma, like how you'll have all these cards and then you get a return for each of the majors. Like it's supposed to be the actualized version, but you're right. It's kind of like, why do you have to split it up? Because then hopefully the one would embody like its starting point or unevolved form, I guess, versus its like actualized form. But I guess the imagery is interesting, but then you get a deck like this, which is like impossible to shuffle. And then I already take out a couple of the cards and it's like 100 and like almost 20 cards. So, and they're thick, like really thick.
Yeah, how to do the 7 riffles with that one.
Just let us know.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm curious though, Hanni, which Fool do you have in your deck usually?
The 0 Fool.
Okay.
As I said to Scylla when I interviewed her, that I don't feel worthy of the Golden Fool. And that's the honest answer. Maybe one day when I'm old, I change the 0 Fool to the Golden Fool, maybe.
And which queen do you keep in?
The snake one.
Snake one. I can
Obviously,
see it. Scorpio.
the Thoth lady.
Right.
Aaron is saying, I agree, some extra cards can be repetitive. The Children of Letha Tarot has 2 extras called the All and the Void. Okay. Good night, Snevorn. Lots of love. Okay, thank you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you see, like those editions, I'm like, it's so cool that the artist is giving extra stuff, that cool, their own twist. But still, it's most of the time it's repetitive. No, I don't know. Yeah, it's just interesting.
Anna, you're just uptight as me.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah,
about tarot for sure.
Yeah,
I think I am. Like I watched a live interview. Don't ask me who the artist was. I'm very sorry, I don't remember. But on YouTube, maybe like 3 months ago. But I think the artist who was being interviewed, she said that I don't remember. Like, why do we have the 5 of Swords if we also have the 7 of Swords or something like that? And she just saw it so much as a similar energy that she just decided to make the 5 of Swords and then make the 7 of Swords a completely different meaning or something like that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, so I get what you did, but why though? It's like, I don't know. It's just maybe too close to personal style of reading or something. It was just so taking liberties, which I don't know. At one hand, I think it's great. On the other hand, I'm thinking, what happened there? between those two cards? Why are they too similar? Because, yeah, there are similarities, but never, according to me, enough to make to completely change a card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never thought of them as that similar, really.
Well, I don't even remember which cards they were, but
Oh, it was just an example. Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't really remember, but it was
funny.
just an interesting conversation where I'm like, okay. I remember thinking, I see the similarity, but it's not that different, or it's not that,
Where you would take it out? Like, no.
Yeah, right? It's just, Aaron is laughing because Chris said, Snake Queen for me all day. And I have both fools in mind. All right. Okay, so listen, what do you do then, right? Let's go further on this rant. What do you do when you have both fools in the same spread, or you pick two cards for the same question, and then you have the exact same archetype, but then only half on one side and only half on the other side?
Give us a scenario.
I don't know.
Well, it happened to me that I did a reading for somebody else with my Shimmering Veil Tarot, and I totally forgot about the double queens, and both of them appeared in a 3-card spread, I believe. And
what are the odds?
Yeah, and I just took it as a special skill of that deck. It has the ability to throw 2 queens at me or the person I read for whenever it is needed. So that's the special skill of that particular tool. And if it does its trick, then I take it for, like as it is, and go with whatever the cards tell me. Like the Queen of Wands was super important to that person in that moment in time, and that's the message that I will share with my client or friend.
Yeah.
And it's similar with other extra cards. Sometimes I take them out, sometimes I keep them, but whenever they appear, I see it like, that deck, and it has that 79th card, and when it throws that card at me, it has a reason to do so. And
yeah,
I really
but you
like
see it
chat.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean,
Who?
The Hermit.
Mm-hmm.
They said there's a naive fool and then an experienced one, which is the 2 fools. I really liked that. And then what Chris was saying. But I think that if that happened to me, if it was the Queen of Wands, the 2, it'd be different than having the 2 fools in a reading. Like, it would be like, that would just be like, okay, I need to embody this Queen of Wands to the 10th power, okay, if both of them showed up.
Mm-hmm.
But the Fool, it'd be different if both of them showed up. It's a different type of a thing that the way I would read it would be different. Because it just means, like, if the Queen of Wands showed up, especially in a 3-card spread, I'd be like, okay, this is heavy right now, and then whatever the hell the last card is, is what it is. But then it's like, this is a lot of energy right here. But then if both fools show up, it's like that's more of there's more of a thought behind how you have to read that.
Maybe I just don't like. Maybe I'm just being difficult about a deck I don't even have, but just admire from a distance, But I think I'm just, as I keep saying in my Oracle videos, that I'm tarot brained and I have to make everything work for me. Maybe I'm just a little bit, I don't know, annoyed that a deck is telling me how I should interpret that one archetype. Is it a naive fool or is it an experienced one? Because the experienced fool is also a naive fool. And the naive fool is also still can be an experienced one. So, it's like existential crisis over here.
Yes.
The 2 cool cards.
I would think of it in terms of, like, the numbers. Like, I don't think my mind would like the fact that I think of, like, the probability of the cards coming up and then seeing and then I'm like, so why does this one get like a greater likelihood in terms of odds of coming up twice versus any other court card? And so I'm like, ooh, it doesn't feel equal, it doesn't feel balanced. Kind of how like even with court cards, like there's like that's why I like the Thoth courts, because of like the masculine feminine balance.
Yeah, that's
and so
another
then
way.
I think of like two different queens.
Maybe. But also,
but I can get around the Fool a little better.
But I like what Chris was saying here about the 0 Fool being the ace and the 22nd Fool being like a 10 energy. That kind of makes a lot of sense too, because it's like, sure, it's all of it in one, okay? But then how different are the aces versus the 10s? They are really different in terms of how you read them. So it's not so much that they're only naive or only the experienced Fool. It's not so much that they're only that. They're not stuck in a box. The archetypes aren't stuck in a box. And I think that's what's hard about, or, you know, hard and easy all at once. There's more existential crisis here. But it's like, it's in the way you read this particular situation, what position it is in the spread, what is it trying to tell you? And then you can tap into that, to tap into the fact that, am I being too naive, or am I not being naive enough? Or am I being too stuck in my ways because I'm experienced with this? Or do I need to embody, you know, I think that's how tarot works, is not to put it in a box, not to put any of the archetypes in a box. And that you know, it's about learning how the Fool is this, like, both of my thumbs. One is the naive Fool and one is the experienced Fool, but it's all part of the same, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I like these types of extremely difficult questions that we can just have in a casual chat, and then, you know, we kind of, I just like hearing what you guys think of it, and then I just like that, because it's impossible. You'll never get to a conclusion that feels, you know, like it's okay, I get it now, bye. It's just like the forever question, and I used to really dislike that, but yeah, once I got into the tarot thing, it's just what everything is about now. So it's nice to have these kind of discussions. Okay, so we're getting an experienced Fool as the Magician. Nice. I don't really agree, but I like it. It's fun. Eddie, in initiatory systems that utilize the tarot, the Fool is both the beginning of the journey and the end of the journey. Right. But I really did like Lennan's explanation, or actually Chris's, what they said. There is an ace and a 10, you know. So I see the ace and the 10 definitely connected, but there are 2 cards. Actually, maybe we should even ask the question, why do we have an ace and a 10 and only 1 Fool? But actually, it's then supposed to be the Fool in the world, right? Or the universe. I don't know. And maybe I'm going too rabbit hole now.
I look at them. I look at the world being the experienced Fool. This being is the one that has done it all. The world being this I don't know, this amalgamation of all the archetypes that have come before is the world. That's what the world is for me. But it is like the ending and the continuation of what the Fool is doing, has done, will be doing, blah, 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 blah. It's all of it. And it's the end of this cycle. And in a minute, they're going to be the Fool again, you know? So that's how I've always read it, I guess. So that's kind of hard to think about too, because since I think about the Fool and the world that way, then this extra Fool at the end is like, okay, now what are you doing?
Yeah, right. Well, we agree then. It's like, I like it, but there's something that I'm just wondering. It just changes the whole tarot. I don't know.
Yeah. because it's like a whole circle, and then of course there's like the idea of the fool's journey. So are all of these things just embodiments of like the fool's journey, progression, like facets? And then it's almost like in my head when every once in a while they try to throw in that new sign. What is it? Office, whatever, the one that has a snake. They're always like, oh, found the new constellation. We have a new sign, a 13th sign. And I'm like, It makes a perfect little circle. Why are we gonna throw a new like link into the bracelet? You know, it fits perfectly fine on my wrist as it is. Like,
oh my God, that's so good. Yeah, okay, so Eddie said before, and I forgot to read it out loud, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I know.
I love that. I love that.
I had a thought about the circle, right? So say that the 0 fool and the 22nd fool is the circle, right? Or actually the world, and how I view it would be the circle. So the fool and the world make up a circle. But then think of the cone of power, like a witch's cone of power. That tip of that point is the 22nd fool. So it's almost like, okay, we've completed the cycle. Now we have to do something with what we've learned, which is that cone of power, and it's leading up to the point. Like, that's something to think about too. I just thought, I had that thought, like the cone of power, like the circle.
Yeah.
And now we're doing magical. Something with what all the archetypes have taught us, or taught them.
That was probably the idea. I think that was probably the idea. I really like that, what you explained. That's so true. But still, I'm thinking, it's just because I'm a horrible tarot fan. It's already in the tarot. Why are you changing?
Yeah.
Anyway. So, Manuela, you also have this deck, right? Yeah, you just said. So
yeah.
You actually read it together all the time?
Yeah, so far I've done so. Sometimes I feel averse to having extra cards in my decks, perhaps particularly when I'm reading for other people. But when I'm just reading for myself, then I kind of like to have the decks as they are, and sometimes just having that different reading experience that takes my practice up a little bit. But I completely agree on 78 cards representing everything that we need to have in the tarot. So usually I don't see extra cards having like a really strong place, but anyway, I sometimes just keep them because I forgot about them, and then I had those interesting experiences that made me want to keep doing that. But
yeah, go ahead.
And something that struck me is that extra cards seem to be added as card 22. I've never seen an extra card that was like between the tower and the star card, like the big rest or anything, or the void after like breaking down the tower, and you might just find yourself in that void of nothingness before you eventually proceed to the star card. But I've never seen anything there in between, like in a different place. Perhaps exchange cards, like in the
card 16 and a half.
Yeah, right. Like 9 3/4.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to do that, Manuela.
Huh?
Yes.
Maybe you need to do it.
This is like this weird thought. Sorry, James. This is like this weird thought that I'm thinking now. You know, all those people who love the fifth dimension in a way that they think they're starseed and all of that. So it's like implementing this new reality and new history, and then maybe even going in between the old our old understanding of the world or something. Like maybe to some people the tarot as it is today with 78 cards is just outdated. Maybe they need an extra archetype, but then it messes when you put it in the middle. It could mess if you don't do the 9.5 and stuff. It could mess up the rest of the numerology. But the half would be pretty, I don't know, interesting. But then I don't know. It's like the end of the beginning of the end. But in a fun project.
My OCD would go crazy with that, because then I'd be like, okay, I need another half.
Yeah.
You can't just have one. Yeah.
I can't just have a half sitting there. Like, I'd have to, like, if I had 9 3/4, I'd have to have a fourth at the end. Like, I'm like, that would drive me insane.
Yeah, or like, okay, so we finally found this archetype that's between the High Priestess and the Empress, but now we also need an archetype between the 1 and the 2 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7, and then before you know it, we have a, what's the double of 78? You know?
Yeah.
So James, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say, based on what Manuela was saying, how there's never one in between, how in especially the Thoth, all of the majors correspond to a path on the tree of life, and we never get, what is it, the void, the one that's like, you know, the big one that we have to pass through. Yes, there's never a card for, like, what if there was a card for that? That's actually a path, just one we don't ever like to acknowledge, or we're not supposed to acknowledge, but it's the one path on the tree of life that we don't have a card for.
But technically, isn't that whole entire path leading from Tiferet to Keter, isn't that the High Priestess card?
That's what I would say.
It is. You're right.
But it goes right through. It goes right through. So if you were to put Dayat there, it would have 2 paths, really. A path
that would be a valid way to divide it. Yeah.
Yeah. To Dayat to Keter. So if you have Dayat, which I read Dayat as knowledge, like actual wisdom, like not wisdom, because
gnosis.
Wisdom is different. It's gnosis. And so what we strive, what we are seeking for in our human capacity is knowledge, and that being our power, and how we go about seeking that. That's what Dayat means to me. So if we link that to Keter, which is would then be the gnosis of the divine, right? Seeking, that's a spiritual practice, right? So then that would be more of a High Priestess right there, and then Dayat to Tiferet, which is beauty, like the beauty of the universe and the cosmos as a whole. To me, it's like, okay, really, I'm getting excited with this. James.
Yeah, I know. Just imagine a deck with all of this.
You fucked me in this.
But like Dayat to Tiferet would probably have to be some, or Tiferet, I think it would probably move upward, but like I feel like it would have to have like a darker, seedier element to it, because we're never supposed to truly stop in that. So like the High Priestess could be the redeeming quality when you've reached past the other side, when you realize there's more and you have to keep going.
And
kind of,
it reminds me of this card, like how it shoots up. So it would shoot up from Tiferet. And if we shot up and we landed at knowledge, right, then like you said, it would kind of be darker under here, where how we're getting there. And then like you said, the redeeming quality at the top is finally us like a hallelujah moment, like an aha moment. So that extra card, that dark, seedy underbelly card, is kind of reminds me of the card Manuela was talking about in between kind of the tower and the star. You know, the tower being the dark thing that we don't know anything about, and then we're redeemed by the star. So, see, I don't know. We should put this shit together.
I know.
But then we have to think about astrology. And
oh my God!
Perfectly with Hellenist. Oh well, it doesn't, because we already have to sign double duty for the world. But then the Hebrew letters.
Well, yeah. I mean, Hebrew letters. Let's ask someone. I forget her channel name, but she knows a lot about the Hebrew letters, and she actually follows the Eliphas Levi system, not the system that Crowley uses, but still we could ask her. But I'm actually thinking Amber. Thank you.
From Lavender actually has a Jewish background.
Yes, exactly. She knows how to pronounce all of this stuff, and I always I have to like memorize it. But it reminds all of this, what you're saying, it reminds me, or it actually gives the idea, you know, of, I mean, I don't think we're ever going to do that, but it's fun to talk about, like, make this tarot deck where you have your own chaos magic-y tree of life, because it's about, you know, kind of like making your own and using the how do you pronounce that? Dayat?
Yeah,
never know.
That's how
I always do like da'ath, like ma'at, I don't know, but that should be like number 11 actually, right? because it's the 11th or the secret 11th Sephira. And then
Is it?
yeah, I think so. We should also have then the tarot, the numbers from the minors go from 1 to 11. And then in the astrology, use the 13th sign, like add in
Yes.
all the crap and then see if it works.
How are you gonna shuffle this one though, Anna?
I'm not. I'm sticking to the 78. No, but it's a interesting, like, imagine just because I'm so much sticking to the tarot because I believe in it and it works, but what if we are coming into this new age kind of thing and we feel, wait a minute, where's this archetype? Because it really isn't in the tarot. I cannot think of one, but maybe one day we'll just go like, where's this one? I can't find it anywhere. And it's this new energy and we should put it in the tarot. It's like a wild idea, but I mean, maybe one day.
Well, Anna is creating the Eon of Horus there.
Yeah.
Yes, I love baby Horus. All the people in Golden Dawn in their graves are rolling, and twisting and turning. Yeah.
2021, guys. This is what we're doing now.
Remember, Anna, one time when we had a conversation about like if there's gonna be a new, because like I feel like there's always the new like system, or like how a lot of decks now are based on Rider-Waite-Smith. We have like a long-standing history with Marseille, and then in comes this new sort of like movement and revival, and they created a new system, like the basis of it all. But we don't really have something like that now. Like people make new decks, their own one-off systems, but it's not this like super complex big system with like a whole deck that's like, this is the mother deck of this system that's going to turn into all this other literature, all these other decks. We don't have something new like that right now. I feel like it's like we're due for something like that.
So the market is open. We need to crack this deck out.
This brings us full circle to our first meetup, no? Didn't we talk about this? Like we should,
Yes.
like, I think we already had this idea once, and I mean, it's a crazy, crazy idea, and I'm playing devil's advocate for my own, what I believe to be nice to work with, but it's just such a crazy idea that it could be fun. But how nowadays, with the market being so saturated, do you come up with a system, or do you rather find a system that is the new, one of the traditional systems? Do you know what I mean? I'm being so vague, but I just mean like in my mind we have Rider-Waite, Thoth, and Marseille, and so this would be the fourth big one. How do you do that? Because we have like, for instance, Wildwood. That's pretty cool in my opinion. Yeah, I'm also like this, but Wildwood does the Wheel of the Year thing, which is pretty cool. But then it's like James said, a standalone deck.
Yeah, it has to be super, I think, complex to be able to be a basis for so many other things. Like the Wheel of the Year it's complex, but like how much can you really like flesh out of it in the way that you say can with like Marseille? And I guess you could say that Rider-Waite-Smith and Thoth are like two sides of a similar coin, if not the same coin, because they come out of the same movement, just basically people that just didn't agree on how that was supposed to look. But
Totally.
But yeah, like there's just so much they sat there with creating all these ideas and referencing all these various like texts and cultures and various like forms of numerology. You could just, it's very, you know what I mean? I feel like we need to, I think it starts with the movement and the idea, and the deck comes from it. It's like a chicken and the egg sort of thing. So the thing has to happen for the deck to come out of it, rather than the deck causing the movement itself.
Yeah. So let's just not do it. No. I mean, I don't think I would do it. It's just so fun to speculate or to talk about, but how would you ever do that? And why also? Because, Yeah. Something intriguing, but I'm just, how did Hanni put it? Stuck up? Something like
The
that.
Hermit says putting new wine in old
Anal.
bottles.
Yeah,
Uptight, is that what she said?
maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm too old for that shit. I'm changing too many things.
You're a spring chicken, Hanni. Nonsense.
That's why I go
Alright.
with the Hellenistic astrology, James. You know, that's why I wish I was a pharaoh. I want to go back a few thousand years. That was my time.
Aw. Yeah, like never mind the future. We are going
No.
back in time.
No.
Well, I think that what we value about long ago, like me and James were talking about, like the Roman era, like where we are in like togas, you know, and in temples and shit, the last log we had. And it's like, I think what we value about that is the simplicity. When it's not fast paced like it is now. Not everybody's on their phones, you know. It's, you know, you have to go hunt for dinner, and then you have to cook the dinner, and then then it's all about close-knit villages, and it's about, I think what we as humans value sometimes about going way far back in time is this idea that it was more of a simple time. And it's like, you think, did those guys ever get headaches, from how stressful it was? And it's like, they were doing so much more work labor wise than we do now, in terms of life, but how unburdened is this concept of learning new things, or the stress of like actually physically being away from your family all day at a 9-to-5 job, like whatever the hell it is. It's like, I think we value those simpler times because we don't have that anywhere anymore.
Yeah, nobody has the time to think and write like Plato and those guys.
Yeah.
We're just too fucking busy answering our emails.
Yeah, and that's what I love about like my witchcraft, is that I have to like take the time to light a candle, to put candles on, like put incense on, as a way to say, I am going to take this 5 minutes for myself, as a devotional for myself, as a form of self-love, as a form of reverence to whoever the hell I'm going to pray to right now. And I'm going to sit with that. And I think that that's what I value about my practice, is that I have to sit down and embody those archetypes of way back when to get to that level of de-stress, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely agree. Okay, so hold on. Light of Subconscious Mind asks, which archetype is about sickness I am contemplating? The Hermit is saying maybe death or the moon. What do you guys think?
What does that mean? Like which card would say sickness?
Yeah.
I would say death too, like the decay and renewal of like the Scorpio energy.
Perhaps also the Five of Pentacles, something material being like wobbled up.
Yeah.
They said also like the pandemic. You could say like Tower, depending on how severe and the lasting effects and the onset of it, I guess.
Well, why wouldn't it be the Hanged Man? Like this, you're sick and there's nothing you can actually, really when you get sick, and it's more of a sickness, like they're saying, like pandemic, there's nothing you can do but try to work at, you're constantly having to shift your perspective on this antidote, or how to make this, or how to do this for the collective. I don't know, that screams hangman to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
An Aquarian Sense is saying not the moon. I actually think maybe the moon if we're talking like mental illness, actually.
I was just, yeah.
The hangman is a redeemer. Yeah, I mean, many different ways of, many different perspectives on the hangman.
You could take any of the pips, I think, and like attach a type of illness to them, even like starting with like, I think the most obvious one, like nine of swords with like anxiety maybe, or you could go for like seven of cups for like addiction and that sort of type of illness. Like,
And a wand for depression.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or what about a really positive one, like the 3 of Cups, like alcoholism?
Yes, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah.
That could be like codependency because it's like a very social card.
Yeah.
Or like the 2, yeah. So many layers. It's not just, this is why the tarot is a never-ending topic, right? Because it's not, oh, this card means this. That's it. It's like this card means actually everything. Which is why also sometimes I think every tarot reader and tarot lover gets this point of, oh, I just can't with the cards anymore, because it just means everything and it's not good enough. But then, later on we get back to it and okay, still there.
Then
It
it
was
all goes back to a good question.
What
Good
did you
question
say?
and context.
Yeah, exactly. Like ask the right question, ask a good question, and then read it in context.
So Anna, do you think we're still gonna do the random questions?
No, I let that go like half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Where we started, getting into all
Following
this
the
stuff.
rabbit on the field.
Exactly.
We'll have to do this again on somebody else's channel and like just keep continuing to do this, like
Yeah.
everyone's channel.
It's so much fun, and it's great. We always allow this type of off-topic thing, but it's always good. Like, I'm not gonna, do. We said we were gonna do the questions next, so let's go ahead. I mean, the questions would also be fun, but now we talked about this, so it's also kind of just the interesting, weird minds that we all have. So it's good.
I'm saving my good questions for the next live then, because I still have things I need to know from you guys.
Yeah, great.
Good.
So it's going to
The
be
meaning of life.
It's going to be James or Manuela or Lennan. I hope that would be cool. So we can do everyone's channel.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So how do we end this?
One card each.
I'm gonna end it. Let's end it with our costumes, because if somebody comes in randomly, they're gonna look Manuela mostly, and what the F is going on? Then me.
No.
Why is there a cowboy and I don't know. You kind of look like a Indian dude sitting next to Ganges River or something. So maybe just wrap it up with the cards.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Do you have a Rider-Waite-Smith, James?
I will grab one.
Because you sure have.
Okay, I'll start. We did represent different archetypes from a deck that we chose. And I did choose the Thoth deck and represented the Prince of Swords. And the Prince of Swords wears that weird unidentified hairdress or headdress. Yeah. So cheers for the green.
Yay. Am I the only one who, in the beginning, working with Thoth, thought that every time I saw that card, I thought it was an Earth card?
I always thought it was discs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Always. 'Cause I love to do the exercise on putting the deck into piles.
Hmm.
And whenever I've lost him, I go back to the discs and find him there. Because the round shapes, just in my brain, it's
Yeah.
every
The
time.
round shapes and the green, and it's
Yeah.
just so much more obvious than that little sword that he's.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so who's next? How about James?
Okay, James.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so I was Temperance and tried to embody that winged golden aspect with the fire and all that. So I thought metallics and gold and tried to do that here. I guess this was kind of my idea of the fire glyph, but not really. And then I had wings, but those are harder to see on camera. So that's what I was going for. Yeah.
How you are the fallen angel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Trying to get up.
Went from 14 to 15.
Yes.
Lennan.
14.
Sorry, actually, I wanted to say Hanni because you had the card. Whatever, you do what you want. Who's next? Best host ever.
Guys, just do what you want. So
Do what you want.
my limited clothing resource at the cottage and my new star child. So had a hat, had a wand, had a weird capey thing. And also some mercury for Manuela here.
Okay, I'll go. I donned a red dress and my almost Wonder Woman-esque bracelet to embody the lantern that I didn't have to hold, to embody the hermit archetype. I don't have a beautiful ibis mask or any spermazoons. But I figured my makeup and this red dress and I keep doing that. My beautiful sunburst bracelet embodied the lantern very well. So
Very nice. Okay, so I did the lust card in the Thoth. Mostly because of the colors. I see purple and that kind of golden color. This is kind of like shiny fabric too. Thought that made sense. I have the red lipstick and well, off screen, but let's finish with this little snaky snake. Ooh. I thrifted him. It's just so, I don't know. I liked it. Made out of wood. So there.
Is it a him?
Sure. I don't know.
I thought it was a she.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really thought of it.
But it came out that way, so maybe he is.
Yeah. So IT guy is saying you guys have the best videos, especially love James's. You hear that, James?
James.
Dang, thank you.
There.
everyone loves you, James.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our fallen
Thank
angel.
Mm-hmm.
I love you guys.
No. All right. So I think that's it. It was so much fun doing this again, doing this in a live. You know, next time we can hang out and do it live or not. I really don't care. It's always so much fun. And thank you so much for being here. Hanni, Lennan, James, and Manuela, and also everyone in the chat. Thanks so much. So yeah, have a good rest of the week, and I'm gonna say bye on my part. You guys say what you want to say, and then we'll be off.
Bye.
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 See you next
Thank
time.
you.
Check out our
Bye.
channels for the next live. Somebody's channel.
I'll link it. All the channels are linked below. And then for Hanni, the last time, or the first time actually, that we hung out together live will be on there. And it's very fun, and also, yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Leaving
No
it.
spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.